There's good. Then there's sticky, sweet, spicy, double your napkins, don't even share with your own best friend. General So Good. Introducing General Soul Sauce for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Grosse Pointe North head coach Olivia Dallaire. And Olivia, first off, congratulations on making it to a state final. It's not the first time your team has been here, but nonetheless, you were back in the state finals here for 2023.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're so excited.
I can only imagine how excited you've been. Well, I take that back. I can't imagine. I've been to a state final myself as a player, so I know exactly what it's like to be a player. But let's talk about this. You're looking at all these teams. There's 8 teams remaining here in the state. You guys are in Division II, playing tomorrow at 4:00 against East Grand Rapids. Going into the playoffs, you guys had a losing record, but yet here you are. You find yourself in a state final, winning 6 games in a row to get to where you are.
Yep. I mean, we had an extremely difficult regular season in the MAC Red, as well as our non-conference games, playing, University of Liggett, who's had a very good season, Detroit Country Day, teams like that. And that's sort of how I have always scheduled my off-season games, out-of-conference games, just trying to play the best competition and get us prepared to enter the postseason and peak at the right time. I went to Michigan State, so I sort of go with the Tom Izzo approach, try to play a difficult preseason and league games, and then just doesn't matter wins or losses, just want to be the best team at the end of the year.
No, there's no question. And talking about that, the MAC Red is one of the more difficult, leagues in the state. You play in that league. You mentioned the non-league schedule. Those schedules put you in a prime position when you're going into a deep playoff run like this. You've played against the top teams. You know what it's like in that feeling to lose in those games and learn from those losses to get to where you are right now. And I commend any coach that puts their teams in those positions to be successful for late playoff runs. But let's talk about your team. You looking at the stats, again, 9-7-7, you scored 24 goals. You've allowed 24 goals. But the story here that I've been hearing from all of the people talking about Grosse Pointe is your goalkeeper.
Yeah. Grace is, she's been the backbone of our team now for 4 years, a senior captain. I've loved watching her develop over the last 4 years into a real vocal leader on and off the field. And she, keeps our defense structured, and we're very lucky to have her back there.
And no question about that. And tomorrow you face a foe in East Grand Rapids that throughout the state this year, they were ranked number 4 during the year. A tough opponent. They've been here before as well. What can you say about this matchup tomorrow and going into this game?
I think just the matchup in general is a good one, because it's not, we've both been in the situation before, but we're not, teams like a Marion who's been there every year since 2016. It's a little bit of a different look as our programs, going into the final game, which I think is exciting for both sides.
Okay. So the journey, we talk about the journey a lot here on the network, and from where you were at the beginning of the season to where you are now, and talking about planning and preparing your ladies for this opportunity. But let's talk about what's going on right now. Training sessions, the state finals, and what happens in regards to the extracurriculars, as I call it, the bus rides, the things that happen. What is the community doing right now? And what are you guys doing at the school in preparation for this match? What is the team doing for dinners and getting ready and getting excited?
So we've had we always have team dinners the night before every game, but obviously this is now being deep in the tournament. It's more special. We have a team dinner tonight at one of the parents' houses, and then tomorrow where everybody, friends and family, students are going to meet at the school around 11 o'clock, and we'll do like a police send off to the highway and a little tailgate there, which will be really exciting for the girls.
Okay. Very, very cool. And I would imagine, that the message to these ladies, your team, very unique, right? It's a state final, but is your message different tomorrow than another game?
Not necessarily. I mean, I feel like we have continued to improve and build, every day at practice. We started the beginning of the season really focusing on our defense. And as you can see with our record, we have a lot of ties as well this season. So as the season progressed, our practices kind of shifted from, we felt like we were structured defensively, and we've really focused the last 3 or 4 weeks on finishing. And we have a pretty routine 3 or 4 drills that we do, finishing drills to end every practice, and just, keep it loose. And we focus on our team the day before the game. And then the day of the game, we focus more on our scouting report and things like that. But we'll just do the exact same thing and, try to keep them loose and focused. And we're looking forward to it.
Olivia, your team will take on East Grand Rapids tomorrow at 4 p.m. at DeMartin Stadium. We'll have some post-game coverage available tomorrow as well as on Saturday. Olivia, my last 2 questions I have for you, I ask everybody, it seems like now. It's a personal question in regards to the food, but if this was your last day on Earth, what would be the meal you'd go to?
Definitely spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti and meatballs. Now, is there a restaurant or is it a homemade?
It's my husband and I's favorite restaurant is Bucci. It's a local Grosse Pointe Italian restaurant.
Okay. I've never been, but now that you said it, I might have to make it out there.
Definitely try it.
And on the sweeter side of things, it's funny how I ask this question. People are like, well, what I say favorite candy, does that include chocolate? Yes, it does. So what is your go-to
My
candy?
favorite candy is Airhead Extremes. I like the sour.
Okay. Those are quite those. Yeah. Okay. Well, very cool.
Yeah.
Olivia, we appreciate you joining us here today.
Thank you.
We're excited, for you, and we'll keep an eye on the successor tomorrow. And
Awesome.